So, and Alex, can you share your story a little bit? Because I don't think
Yeah,
everybody knows your story, how
for
you
sure.
were a burnt out dude and stumbled into
And
this.
now I'm a Zen master. No, not
Yeah.
even close. I am yeah, thanks, Laura. I definitely will. I'm much more on your side of this whole equation. So I am coming from the corporate world. I was running a tech startup in San Francisco, venture funded, the whole deal. Um, and woke up in the hospital one day and I had a collapsed lung and an invasive surgery and a 9-night stint in the hospital, which gives you all the time in the world to question things. And simultaneously, my uncle, who I was really close with, passed away from effectively a lifestyle disease. He had a brain aneurysm rupture. And the aneurysm really came from he had a little bit of a drinking problem. He would come home from a hard day at work. He was an architect, and he'd have 2 or 3 vodkas to unwind. And that was his way of doing it. And over time, that affected his cardiovascular system, and one of his aneurysms ruptured, and so he passed away within a day. So it was incredibly quick and hard to cope with, and happening at the exact same time as me being in the hospital. I kind of thought, Jesus, this has to be something bigger than these two events. And then a third thing happened, which was literally the day I got out of the hospital. My wife's uncle, Nick, who is one of the owners of Mountain Trek, emailed me and Hannah and invited us to join the Mountain Trek team. And so add that to the equation, and I thought, geez, if I can't see opportunity within this, then something's wrong with me. And so
Yeah.
my wife and I thought, well, I'd say long and hard, but it didn't take us very long. And I decided to shut down my company. She quit her job, which was in marketing at the North Face, and we thought, we need to come be a part of Mountain Trek. And so we did. So we moved up to Canada, um, and committed ourselves to working with Kirk and helping as much and wherever we can to help other people like us learn some of
Mhm.
these things to help us find balance and a more sustainable path moving forward. So I'm here on your side. I'm also learning still from Kirk, doing my best to implement as many of these as sustainable of changes as I can
I think you
incrementally.
you forgot one key ingredient in your story, Alex, and that's that the deal with your uncle-in-law was that you had to come and experience the mountain trek
That's
week.
right. That's
He
right.
is
Yeah,
interested in it. So you and Hannah came up right after, shortly after you got out of the hospital, and
that
had
is right. Yeah, thanks, Kirk. Yeah, so Uncle Nick emailed us and said, "Hey, I'm really interested in having you guys join the team. You're young, you're interested. I'm looking to retire and flush through some new blood. But yeah, you have to come and experience it." And so we did. We found a July week to go up, and this was a month and a half after my surgery, my lung surgery. So I was incredibly skeptical that I would be able to do intense hiking. But I tell you what, in the week that I was at Mountain Trek, I healed significantly more than the entire month and a half prior. I mean, the combination of sleep and nutrition and movement and just attention to myself, just presence with myself, really did allow me to heal at a much more accelerated pace than I was back home. And that to me was sort of just the eye opener of, oh my, in one week, I can heal more than a month and a half doing my own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my wife, similar story. She has a eating disorder. She had anorexia in high school and still deals with it. And for her, she's created an addiction to sugar on purpose to consume enough calories. But that wreaks havoc on her. And to come to Mountain Trek and relearn that she can consume sufficient calories without sugar was massive for her and showed her how she can feel without this addiction to sugar. So it was quite powerful for both of us. And
That's
I'll
great.
still thank Kirk for that week to this day.
That's awesome.
to
Thank
your
you for
uncle.
sharing that, Laura. Thank
Yes.
you for having him share that because that is so inspiring and so amazing and comes from a place of truth as opposed to, oh, I
Yeah.
want to get these people to do this thing.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
Well,
much.
thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And like I
Yeah.
said, I'm here for you. I'm learning alongside you. So if you have any questions or need help with anything, I'm here for you.
Cool. Well, I love your story, Alex. I appreciate it.